tend to be okay against Golos Field. Speaking of decks that are not stellar against Golos Field, this one definitely makes that list. So someone commented while we were waiting for the break to start that we have 4 copies of Unmoored Ego here in our sideboard. And the reason why we have 4 copies of Unmoored Ego in our sideboard is because you need to take the Field of the Deads away. So like this deck's plan against Field of the Dead, the Golos decks, is to board in 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards and hope for the best. So I like this deck against the variety of other decks in the format that people are playing with Alliance and lots of good ways to trigger it, and then some quality removal spells and some good card selection. Our deck's very consistent, but I do think this definitely has an uphill battle against the Golos Field decks. I like that the egg randomly gains us life against Burgle. It's been helpful against aggro. Thanks for the 7 months, Whisper. I appreciate it. Historic decks are going to be the same as standard. $10 for subscribers. Yeah, I think the Oko Henge deck is fine. You can find my current preferred build on my website. This hand would love to draw an untapped red source, but if it misses it, we still get to play Alliance on 3, and we're on the play. Alright, looks like we're going to get to take a crack at the field matchup right off the bat. Fast Alliance and Nicol Bolas is one of our better starts here. Again, just to highlight small inconsistencies, you should never cast Once Upon a Time on my turn like this. They should wait until they untap and draw their card for their turn. And the reason why that's the correct sequencing is it allows my opponent to make their choice on which of the 5 cards they want while having more information with what cards are going to be in their hand. We didn't get a chance to play that deck against Field, so I don't have first-hand experience with it. In theory, having a bunch of Agent of Treachery should be good there, though, paired with Sweepers. You think that this is too much hate for one specific matchup? Not at all. To answer your question a bit sarcastically, if I thought it was too much hate, I wouldn't be playing it. So, like, I feel like your question's kind of silly to a degree. So, like, obviously I think it's appropriate. That's why I'm doing it. Slagyo, thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Another thing to consider is that, like, if you look at the cards I listed that I want to bring in, not all of those cards are only good against Field, right? So it's not like those 11 cards I listed are only coming in against Field, right? Like, the Sweepers and the removal spells and Disdainful Strokes, those come in a variety of other matchups as well. The Unmoored Egos are a kind of narrow slot, but I think it's okay to dedicate that to try and have a real chance. So, I think 11 slots only against Field would be bad. I think having 11 cards to bring in a bad matchup that also have flexibility in other places is great. Guild Summit seems sweet in their deck. I bet Guild Summit's really good in the mirror. Yeah, Flame Sweep notably does not kill our flying creatures, which is great.
Your existence is pointless.
My existence is pointless. Wow, just at me next time, Bolas. Jeez. How long until meta decks are relatively stabilized? Not until after the Mythic Championship at the earliest. So that's the 18th, 19th, and 20th, I think. Correct, Bob. So, like, their deck is giving up percentage points against the aggro decks to, like, be better in the mirror. Is likely what they're doing. Alright, so I think I'm going to cycle this. See what we draw. Another Bonecrusher. I think I'm just going to do this and this. You see the Star City update? I did not. What's the Star City update? Or like tour structure updates? Or something else? Having a bunch of these here is probably one of our better openers. There will be opens next year. Is that the update? Wow, they're still not triggering field. That's so good for us. This has to trigger field, right? Think Mardu Knights can be a playable modern deck? Probably not. I think it's going to be an awesome historic deck, though. Who's looking forward to casting this Flame Sweep after these Arboreal Grazers block? I know I am. I guess actually maybe that's not true. At least not this turn because I don't want to lose my Foulmire Knight to it. I think I'm just passing here. Flame Sweep does not kill my flying creatures. So, to answer your question, no. What are your thoughts on Bant Stoneblade? I'm not sure if I like a bigger version or lower to the ground. I don't think Stoneforge Mystic is very good in Modern. That's probably not a super popular opinion to have, but I don't think it's actually very good. All the fair Stoneblade decks have felt really, really middling. To me, in my experience. But Jeff, this card was banned. It was in fact banned. You are not wrong. I think if I wanted to play Stoneforge Mystic, like everything else in Modern, I think being proactive sounds better. So if I was interested in playing Stoneforge Mystic, I would try and do it in a more proactive shell. Like something with Lightning Bolt in it. Lightning Bolt's real good. Lightning Helix is excellent right now. They have 30 cards in their deck. I only have 2 Flame Sweeps in my deck, but I guess making with well-timed Flame Sweeps, I might be able to like just stall with these Improbable Alliances. Rankle just doesn't do enough, right? I don't think either of those cards do enough. I guess the Royal Scions ult pretty quickly. Yeah, I guess I'll keep them. Yeah, the Scions turn our dud draws into redraws. That's a good observation.
always ready. Let me synthesize the facts.
Good golly. Where are my Murderous Riders at? I think I just do this and pass for now. I have two Flame Sweeps in my main to give me a little bit of breathing room here. Does Golos double activating yet? They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, almost. Deck needs Once Upon a Time to find riders, something. Wait, are they attacking me? I think I just want to keep my health total high here. No, it can't be time wipe because they attack with Golos too, right? I assume they're just like making lots more friends here. Maybe they're like playing another Golos.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
All right, sorry, sideboarding. Let's bring all of these in like we talked about. We're gonna cut the Foul Knights, we're gonna cut the Bonecrusher Giants. We're gonna cut the eggs. Rankle's not very good here. All right, yeah, that's the plan. I had a plan. I counted out the ins and outs to make sure I had 11 outs before I decided I wanted 11 cards in my sideboard. So, yeah, that's how we're sideboarding. I should put the salt frame in my frame changer. That's a good suggestion. Yeah, we have 11 cards for this matchup. I just feel like this deck is really vulnerable to planar cleansing. Yep. That's why we have 4 Disdainful Strokes. Man, I thought we might actually successfully tread water there. I feel like... Yeah, we watched a YouTube video and we're still done sideboarding first. Yeah. I feel like outside of planar cleansing, they didn't really have, like, we had a real chance there, I feel like. Like, just, like, making a bunch of blockers and, like, clear the board might have eventually worked out. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just kidding ourselves. This hand's super proactive here. We get to go turn 2 Alliance, turn 3 Alliance up, make 2 things. Like, let's go. Keyword was thought. Yep. Up until the opponent beat us, we had a shot. Listen, I conceded. Thank you very much. They didn't beat us. I conceded. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. No, I don't think it does, Lizzie. Like, my opponent made like 12 zombies that turn. If you think the second Bolas kept us in that game, you're crazy. The only thing that was keeping us in that game was the no! Oh my god. Oh, I let it go by mistake. Oh, I let it go by mistake. Oh, that's gonna snowball and tilt me. Yikes. Well, shoot. Well then. Alright, 1 point of damage missed. This casual turn 4 trigger field, no big deal, deck's fine. Right on time field, or whatever you're called. All right, on to the next one. On to the next one. The swings, chat, the swings. The field decks render traditional control decks unplayable in this format. Without a card like Field of Ruin, we just don't have a chance. Hey, Warlord, thanks for the half a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm gonna keep both of those. Maybe we will have time to play Red Black Knights today. Maybe we will play Red Black Knights today. If we hit a third field deck after this matchup, I'm gonna be done playing this deck. We're gonna play an aggro deck.
Right on schedule. Here we go.
I mean, that actually works out for us, right? They plus, so I get to murder it.
Really should have seen that coming.
Now, I want to see if this matchup's actually impossible or not. Feels bad, want to try. Sit down, we're gonna be here for a minute. Yeah, the good aggro decks are good against more than just field though. So like changing to a good aggro deck and then not hitting field is fine, because the good aggro decks are actually just good. Yeah, Alpine Mood wouldn't be good enough. It wouldn't fix the problem. You need something like Field of Ruin that can actually take this card off the table.
I will return one day. Witness a mote of my power.
think I'm just gonna make us discard here. I wanna just chew them out of resources, I think. Assassin's Trophy your field, get a land, trigger your other fields. Yep, that's exactly how it works. That is in fact exactly how it works. Was playing Rankle before Bolas. A play to win strategy because it pressures their health total. And like, I don't understand your statement. What does playing Rankle before Bolas do? If anything, playing Rankle before using Bolas is wrong because it gives them more information. Yeah, we've almost run them out of stuff. I'm actually gonna kill this just in case they sacrifice that to Bolas. So, like, maybe Rankle's not a card I cut in this matchup. I could see that being the case. Because, like, killing them is what we need to do, right? Like, ending the game is important. I mean, to be fair, if Field of the Dead wasn't the deck making your bad decks unplayable, something else would probably be making a lot of them unplayable too. So, you know, it's kind of like a 6-in-1 hand half dozen in the other type situation. All right, so let's kill this. Let's put this into play. Tapped. What if I hit them with this, make them discard, make us sacrifice, and then plus... I could crack well to get a fairy. That's a line.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
But then they get a card too, Bob. What does 6-in-1 hand, half dozen in the other really mean? It means they're functionally the same. Yeah, they're dead, right? They don't have a legendary thing, they lose the game. Oh! I wasn't expecting an animation! None of these alt win cons have animations, chat. I'm excited. My expectations were 0 and I was pleasantly surprised. That was very nice. I wasn't expecting there to be an animation, and then there was. All right, so the way that game played, I probably want to keep Rankle in, huh? I think I'd rather cut Opt than cut Well. I guess Well's kind of expensive in terms of mana, and Opt triggers Improbable Alliance earlier. Yeah, maybe I just trim here at the bottom. Maybe I just don't want Legion's End. Maybe it's just too many cards. Let's try without Legion's End. I have three sweepers. Is it possible you just want to mind rot them over egoing them? Yeah, maybe I just want more Rankles. I mean, ending the game is good, right? So maybe I'm just supposed to play more cards that end the game. It's not an unreasonable conclusion. You know, it's funny, if you've been following this deck since the first time we played it, we started with the straight blue-red iteration of this deck, and the build of this deck that's just blue-red playing Crackling Drakes is probably better in this matchup than this Grixis one is, because Crackling Drake just kills people very quickly out of nowhere. So, like, this hand has lands and spells, but, like, they're not very good in this matchup, right? So at least not in our opener, so I'm gonna mulligan. Now, these sound delish. Let's go. Rankle is all one trigger. It resolves from the top down. It's always discard a card, then draw a card, then each player sacrifices a creature. Are there any cards in Grixis colors that destroy field of it at the moment? I think it's actual 0, right? Oh, Bedeck Bedazzle. Bedeck Bedazzle. Bedeck Bedazzle's a good one. Agent of Treachery's not terrible. I could see that. Bedeck Bedazzle's like pretty close to marginally playable. Agent and Bedeck Bedazzle. Those are good because even though they're clunky, they're otherwise constructed playable cards. Like I'd board an Agent against like probably like ramp decks. Yeah, so 6 CMC is a little rough, but remember, my deck can, what's the word that I'm searching for? My deck can clear zombies, right? So if they make a few zombies, it's like not a big deal. We're gonna get Veil of Summer and just cry. I always thought the biggest problem with Cryptic Command was that it didn't cost 1 mana. Big fan of 1 mana Cryptic Command. Definitely a super reasonable card. You were not, Marty. You were not. Green is the color of drawing cards and counter magic. That's true. That's true. I listened to a Color Pie lecture one time. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Do 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 do. Is Yarok unplayable because of Oko? Yarok Field is unplayable because of my opponent's deck. Yarok Field is a field deck that's trying to respect aggro decks a little bit. And respecting aggro decks is not how you get ahead in this format, because the aggro decks mostly suck. This format's a lot like the US political landscape. Unadulterated greed is the way to get ahead. They have 3 Agents of Treachery in their deck. So many Agents of Treachery. I think Field becomes less viable without a Boreal Grazer. I think it becomes more attackable without a Boreal Grazer. Yeah, we had 3 unmoored egos this game. 2 of them got Cryptic commanded. My opponent correctly concluded that I can never beat a 7/7. Just cast Damnation, yeah. Where are those aggro decks we were playing against in the ladder earlier today? Can I get some of those back? Please? Please? You can see the decks that we played earlier today in the deck queue on the website. Everything other than the Clackbridge troll we played from the top down. I'm going to delete that deck, in fact, and contact the person who submitted it, because that card's just not playable. Wonder my opponent's diversifying their win conditions a little bit post-board here since they saw a pile of egos. Not that it really matters. We're a pretty big dog either way. Alright. Wishing for a red source. This is where the magic happens, chat. This is Magic's an exciting intellectual game where 2 players match wits in a wizard's duel, and the better player always wins.
I appreciate clean victories.
Add a bit of style does hurt.
My plan is crystallizing.
They're like holding Veil of Summer up. They like already have a field in play. I'm just gonna bin the ego and try and run them down, I think.
Let me synthesize the facts.
Well, we were really hoping to draw a land there in our deck, but that's just, you know, sometimes that's just not what you're meant to do. Some days you play Magic, other days Magic plays you. That's exciting. All right, so we're at least doing this. I probably want to hold up Stroke, huh? Or do I even want to? You know what? They've just been representing, they've had Veil of Summer up the entire game. I'm just going to go Thing. And make some fairies.
A quest of mystery.
Yeah, let's just attack. Honestly, maybe being a bit proactive is a better answer. So like, in order to fit the egos in the board, I cut the Irencrag Pyromancer. Maybe just having a bunch of Irencrag Pyromancers is the actual answer. I could definitely see that. Rankle's gonna be like pretty good here too. Yeah, I agree, Marty. 'Cause, So, the issue here is that if I ult these Scions, my opponent can Veil. So, I still draw 4, though. I think I ult here. Because you draw 4, and then it triggers the damage.
Ready, Will. Let us unleash our united strength.
So, like, they don't draw a card here, which is good for us. And then I get to Rankle and hit them. Yeah, I think I want another Rankle, and I think I want. I think ego. So after, and this is why it's important to test, right? Like we often say, there's no substitute for hard work. Like this plan that I had initially of like egoing them just doesn't work. The plan needs to be kill them. That needs to be the plan. Actually, nah, I don't need that. It's a pretty good one. So I get to hit them for 6 here, down to 10. Yeah, we just hold up double stroke here. Because like all their sweepers get stroked, right? So we only lose to Teferi Sweeper. And even if they Teferi Sweeper us, we get to end step crack Witching Well and make 3/1/1s. BD Boxers, thank you for the 3 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I want to block because I don't want them to draw a card. Even Sweeper Veil doesn't do it. If they sweep, I stroke, and then in response to their Veil, I stroke them again. Alright, so we're 1-1. We're 1-1 and the egos didn't help. Stream Decker is currently having issues on mobile. If you go open their website, you should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, the answer to the Golos deck is not going toe-to-toe with them. I'm confident that's not the answer. I wonder if they're having some DNS issues. Some people reported issues earlier today. Oh, are they just down in general? It might be just down in general. Let me ping their guy. Ashiok is a big no to field. Or it's just being really slow. I could see Ashiok being okay. Ashiok shuts off giants. I don't know. I kind of want cards that just end the game. I wonder if I can get away without these golden eggs. With 4 opt and 4 Witching Well, I probably can. Yeah, the life gain's been nice. Yeah, I think I want to keep that. I think I want a 3rd Rankle on the board. I think I want 2 Irencrag Pyromancers. I don't know if I want 4. 4 seems a little heavy. I think I want a couple of these because they're good in other matchups. Questing Beast and 2 Forests. Machu, thanks for these 7 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Man, is there not a 4/4 flying dragon that's legal right now? Oh, it just doesn't have haste, right? It's Hellkite. It just doesn't come up when you search haste because it has riot, technically. That's so dumb. Are there any other good threats? It's like Thief of Sanity. Sarkhan. That feels like cooking with gas, huh? That kills relatively quick. I've got 2 other planeswalkers. Big mana Chandra is not a terrible idea. Hey, Milk Julian. Chandra, like, clears the board, and then, like, because we can kind of grind with them, right? If we have the Improbable Alliance, they're, like, dying slowly. This could be okay. This is probably too slow. Yeah. Alright, let's try one of her and one Sarkhan. And I've got one more board slot. Having actually, honestly, getting a couple Lava Coils in here might not be a bad idea. Just because killing Torbrand is pretty important. No, you don't make changes to play around the one of planar cleansing that not all the field decks play. Don't make decisions to play around fun ofs that are like not that common. This is not a corporate retreat. Your buzzwords are not welcome here. Don't tell me my Chandra's too cute. Say Chandra's not good and this is why, and then use your words. I believe in you. You can do it. We got planar cleansing in our first match against Golos, Bob. So people are scared. That first hand just didn't do anything. This hand's reasonable. I think I'm bottoming Castle Vantress. I don't think I can keep 2 lands that don't make black with Bolas in my opener. People getting hurt by Clatter and Cleansing is how mono red wins a given weekend. Yeah, I believe that. We're about to get like, even if they just cast this, we're in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, it's not good for our hero. Well, land. Ding. Watch Red win the Open. Well, the Open's a team event. So, I'll bet a mediocre standard deck gets picked up and carried to the win by 2 other really, really good decks and other good players. Alright, Red Rover, let Giant come over. Untapped land, please. Urza plus good legacy player plus Oko. Yeah, I'd believe that. I'm just going to go ahead and play a 4-3 of my own here. Elvish Reclaimer, thanks for re-upping for the second month in a row. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. You played with Outlaw's Merriment. That's the 4-mana unplayable enchantment, right? Cards like that are unplayable in a field where Golos exists. God's willing, my Bonecrusher Giant. Yeah, that's a play. It's a play. Man, this Bonecrusher, he's going down with his ship. We did beat the second one, Burgle. We beat them by killing them. So we readjusted our sideboard plan to cut the egos and put in a bunch of cards that kill them. So I have like a third Rankle and some other toys. Am I dead? I wouldn't be surprised if we die here. We're gonna like do this and then like Collision Colossus or like double Giant Growth. Although if they have Collision Colossus, they can't target it with it anymore. They're going to attack us and then fling it. I really hope they have a red pump spell in their hand and they can't target it now. God, I hope they have a red pump spell. I guess I should have played Rankle last turn. Yeah, I think they have Collision Colossus. Yeah, they can still fling it. I bet they have Collision Colossus.
Let your weak minds crumble. All bow before Nicol Bolas. His defiance has consequence.
We don't like get shocked, untap shocked. Thanks for the half a year, Bellathor. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So Flame Sweep seems bad here. Bonecrusher's probably not good against whatever they're doing, huh? Like maybe it blocks okay. Do I just assume they're on Naya Feather? Just like board in a bunch of grasps? Does that seem like a safe assumption? The cards look gray / desaturated because Arena is a release ready product. Perfect. This hand's great. Alright, well this isn't like other Twitch channels. If you don't think I had lethal, know I had lethal, and then explain how. It's just like sitting over there behind your keyboard being like, Jeff, you messed up, and not telling me how isn't very helpful. So, take a break. If you got time to tell me I'm wrong, you got time to be certain that I was. You done goofed. What about Lockmere? I could see that. Maybe that thing could be unblockable, right? We're talking about killing people. I could see that putting on the list of things to test. Yeah, missing there feels pretty bad. If we hadn't missed, we were gonna get rolling really nicely. How many looks did we have? Yeah, we've bottomed a lot of cards here.
I will inspire your heart.
My answers lie in the cold truth.
I did discard a Bolas as I missed my 4th land drop.
No is triumph.
What is land? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. This deck's like a little land light for a control deck, but part of the reason why it's land light for a control deck is because we have Witching Wells, and we have Ops, and we have Royal Scions that draw cards. Just like so much card selection.
Crystallizing.
I think I want to keep my triple removal spell here. So Feather's ability only works if the card actually resolves. So if I kill this in response to them targeting it, they don't get their God's Willing back. Yeah, I agree that we've gotten pretty unfortunate here. Do I just jam this other one now? Do I assume if they had another God's Willing, they would have used it? I feel like I do. Wow. Man, savage. I think it's right to jam there. It feels bad to get blown out, but I think it's right. Brutal.
Foolish coward.
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
Yeah, that's fair. I just shouldn't have gone for it there. I don't know. I think we get blown out. I think we get kind of screwed by it regardless, but think jamming for it there was probably incorrect. I think I probably also should have been pressuring them a little bit here like this. Sure.
Let it go, Rowan.
Yeah, I agree. I think we could have won through 2 God's Willings, but not like after we scry 4 cards to the bottom and loot twice and still miss a 4th land drop, right? Like, we could have beaten that if like we had actually gotten to play Magic. We're not like fully out of it here yet either. With like a removal spell in our hand and like a supply of chump blockers, like we could be okay here still. Okay. I think his matchup's favored because I have an incredible amount of interaction, and I've played the feather side of these control style matchups a lot, and their deck is not good against control on average. How would you describe the, can you describe, question for you, can you describe the similarities between the Feather and the Flash deck? Because they play completely differently. I mean, Foulmire doesn't really accomplish anything because I guess I can play him in addition to Bolas here.
Once again.
I think we're actually just dead here now, right? Because they get Domri's ambush, kill. Yeah, we're dead. They get to kill something with Domri's ambush, and then they get to kill the black creature with Domri's ambush, and then they get to God's Willing, give it protection for blue, and run past our stuff. So we stumble and they had double God's Willing. That's just how Magic goes sometimes, right? There's a lot of games in Magic where you're just like not gonna make any relevant decisions. And you're just gonna flail about and die. Yeah, like as far as play patterns are concerned, Feather and Flash are completely different. Like they both have instants in them, I guess. They both utilize the stack. I feel like that's where the parallels stop. Sounds great. I've been enjoying New Standard. New Standard is like Christmas. It's incredibly exciting when it first happens, and if it ends up being disappointing later, it's gonna be a surprise. Definitely Gargoyle. Thanks for keeping me around. Bugler Rat, you say? It's probably a little medium against my deck that draws a bunch of cards.
I appreciate clean victory. My plan is crystallizing. My thoughts were too frozen.
Ooh, that's a little unfortunate. So I guess I should have kept the opt so I could have a backup way to draw an extra card. Yeah, definitely. I'll get a second blue source. Second blue source means if we draw a well, we can play and crack it in the same turn. That's a good one. Lure, thank you for the brand new Prime Sport. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome to Hoaglandia.
Throughout the multiverse, my revenge will be paid. My intellect is without limit.
Do you have another Murderous Rider? If they don't, they do. Womp womp.
Infuriating.
Okay. We did not play Red Black Knights. We had someone cut the line for a different deck, so that Knights got pushed out. Oh, you know, I stacked those wrong. I should have taken the opt, so I could opt next turn and then crack Witching Well the following turn. When you say a deck is linear, does that mean not much? That's exactly what it means. Linear decks are hoping to ignore their opponents and run them down. Yeah, creatures having protection spells for their creatures is where the similarities end, though. And frequently the flash deck, generally speaking, the flash deck isn't just trying to protect their threat so much as they're trying to stop you from playing spells. So I feel like drawing a comparison between those two decks doesn't make a lot of sense. Can you explain going under? Yeah, going under someone else means killing them before they get to establish their game plan. So, for example, you go under the Golos decks by killing them before they get their Field of the Dead and stuff established. Alright, we'd like to find a murder for this. Yeah, I actually think that's a really good comparison. I think the Feather deck is much more similar to the old mono blue decks that we saw last season. Yeah, in for Royal Scions. They don't answer the Firstborn right away, but they give me a sustained way to keep activating these, which is ideal. When I tap here, I want to leave up double black, so that way if I draw a murder, I can use it.
My sister by my side, I do not fear the unknown. Let us plan for the trials ahead.
I could have blocked the Rankle. That's a good thought. Maybe that's better. Then I keep my other one. I feel like my opponent probably should have responded to their own trigger by eating this here. So they could have made another 1/1 and triggered this again. You have to have full control mode on to do that, so maybe they just missed it that turn. Very, very possible. Tapping like this means I can't cast Nicol Bolas this turn, but it does mean I can scry, so it's probably fine.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
I mean, the stops have never randomly not worked, but the GUI is still ahead of the server by a good deal, yeah. It's a little bit in danger of getting burned out at the moment. Release ready. Rude. I'd be surprised if it has the tools to solve the field matchup though, Percy. That would surprise me. Hey, Mikey, thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think I'm chump blocking this second one. I don't really want to die. I'm over blocking this one just in case they have like a random disfigure in their main deck. I don't want to like triple block, get one disfigured, and then lose the other two. Man, it seems super lazy to compare Arena to a Bethesda game, though. Like, open world RPG, the feature set in it compared to Arena. Like, Arena's buggy and has a very shallow feature set. It's like a really awkward 1-2 mediumness. Right, that's a good one. Nox's video was very, very good. I think I'm just bidding that. Thanks for keeping me around, Rocket. Alright, I think we're killing this. Just so they can stop draining me. I think you're underestimating the complexity of the... So here's the thing, though, Top 10 Hammer. The issues, and this is the embarrassing part about Magic Arena. If you look at the list of issues Magic Arena has, the rules engine and issues with the rules engine doesn't even make the flipping list. The issues with Arena are graphical and performance-based and lack of features. Like, you can't even write it off as, well, Magic's complicated. Yeah, Magic's complicated, and I'm not saying that it was easy to implement the rules engine. But, like, as far as making the rules of Magic work, Arena's basically 100% there. Yeah, the first actual rules engine issue I've hit in a long time was the priest bug. Before that, I can't tell you the last time we hit an actual rules engine issue.
I have a plan I outsmarted eons ago.
Yeah, game crashes, right? Like, those are the things I want addressed.
Maneuver into position.
Then charge and strike.
What do I want to kill here? If I kill Cavalier, they get Arya back, which sucks. I think I just killed Midnight Reaper. Okay. What's wrong with Priest? Priest is currently bugged when you try to make yourself sacrifice something, which is not ideal. Instead of me telling you your line's bad, Sphinx, tell me why your line's good. Why should I play Rankle and make them sacrifice? Do I want them to get a creature back from their graveyard? If so, why? Rude. I'm exiling the fetch land because I've bottomed a bunch of stuff I don't want to draw at this point, so I'd prefer not to shuffle their stuff back in. It lets you target yourself, but then it doesn't make you sacrifice. Yep, yeah, Wells gonna get to trigger Alliance here, which is sweet. So before blocks, let's do this to find out if I want to kill this. Because if I draw removal spells, now I'm okay with killing this. So, trade Z's. Yeah, this does look like the list that someone had mentioned Alias had talked about earlier. Our golden eggs looking extra yummy to keep us alive here. Really? They didn't get back. Huh. All right, deal. That's surprising to me, but I'll take it. They could have another one in hand. That's a good read. I think I want to kill this because it burns me out. Hey. Izig earned a free sub using quest mode. That's sweet. Thanks for checking out the quest mode thing, and thanks for supporting the content with it. Welcome to Hoaglandia, Izigi. So, I'm going to leave up the other 2 mana to crack this egg with, potentially. I think I just want to hit them with these. Yeah, when we're not getting Golos field, our deck feels good. What is quest mode? Quest mode is one of the sponsors through F2K, although any Twitch streamer can use them. They basically allow people to sample different games and do different things to earn rewards to apply to streamers. You're going for the jugular here, chat. I would like to eat my eggs. Eat your eggs, chat. Hey, look, a land that gains us life. God bless. Hey, look, another Improbable Alliance. Rankle, make them discard their last cards. Probably appealing here, huh?
I will return. You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
I have 22 cards in my deck. Scion does pump our lifelinker. Ooh, that's a good line. Yeah, I like that.
Seems we've encountered another puzzle on our quest.
Trample and first strike, too.
Your heart can overcome
I think I'm going to hold up murder on this attack here. I think Improbable Alliance has a place in Phoenix. I don't know what Phoenix decks look like, so to answer your question, I don't know. Alright, so do I kill this? Or do I just, like, play Golden Egg and gain 3? Killing this and putting myself to 9 kind of seems okay. Yeah, like she draws them cards and drains me. Yeah, the teamer, Scions is definitely becoming one of my favorite cards from the set. Feels very powerful. It's a matchup where Lava Coil looks great. Flame Sweep. Flame Sweep I could probably take or leave. I think Foulmire Knight's actually quite bad here. Rankle seems quite bad here. How much removal do we think they have in post-board against us? This Pyromancer's probably good. This puts me on 1 too many cards. Maybe Flame Sweep's not good enough to play 3. What does it kill? It misses Arya. Does this kill enough? I like that. Let's do that. if there's anything the last year of Magic has drilled into my brain regarding Planeswalkers, it's that every 3-mana Planeswalker should be a consideration. Every 3-mana Planeswalker should be taken seriously. I'm gonna keep this on the draw. Maybe a little ambitious. If we have like just any dual land, the hand is pretty good. And we have like an opt to start. Maybe a little bit slow if they have a particularly aggressive start. Well, they got us. I think I'm gonna wait to fetch this land. This is the one punish for waiting to fetch, kinda. That they play a 3-drop that can kill. Can I just play this? I'm just gonna play this. It's like soft removal for this. Could turn into hard removal later. How do you feel about eggs, chat? You like your eggs spicy? Alright, well, if we draw an untapped land next turn, we can start activating Improbable Alliance to just, like, trigger this and itself. So we got that going for us. Oh, you know what? I probably should have shocked this before it became a 3. Let's murder it. You know, I don't actually know if I've paid 6 mana to activate this card yet. I wonder what's in their hand, because, like, they haven't killed this. They just, like, have a bunch of, like, Cavaliers and stuff. We're definitely gonna bone crush this Dreadhorde. Instead of murder, why not scry for land drops if they do not pressure? Because I don't have double blue, and I don't have double blue, and I don't think I want to crack my egg to get double blue for one turn. Because I don't have double blue and I don't have triple black, so the egg lets me cast a Nicol Bolas if I draw it. Poor Chandra. Yep, upstairs. Upstairs. I have no idea what's there. Because they, like, missed land drops at one point, too, right? So, like... Just no idea what they're sitting on. Do I happen to be doing anything with extra life this year? I thought about doing that. I think there's... Nox is doing it. Most of the other big streamers are doing it, so... I think there's plenty of people pushing to that. If we do some type of charity type thing, we'll probably do something for a different org. What do I think about the MPL MTG crossover cards? I can't believe it took them that long to do something like that. FF Freak. We're playing against the Bard Narson. Was that a good draw? What do we think? Brad's a best deck kind of guy, so I assume he's playing Golos Field. Yeah, I'm a big fan of St. Jude. They're the organization I sent a chunk of my Twitch Rivals winnings to. Oh, good, he's streaming. Yeah, thanks for the link, Percy. Don't share contents of hands on either stream, obviously. But yeah, definitely watch from both sides. Yeah, you think so, Punchworthy? Double alliance to start is one of our better ways to potentially win this matchup game one. We definitely want to pressure them. He's also not streaming. We're just like playing against all the offline streamers today. Wow, Percy, way to link it and not confirm he's live. Take back all my compliments. Rankle's a good draw.
I lead the way, my brother.
My plan is crystallizing.
My plan is crystallizing. I'm ditching the land that hurts me here. I tried my best. There just aren't a lot of people in Diamond and Mythic. Like the season just rolled over, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of people just not playing ranked right now because they don't have cards. So we played against a few people that were Mythic ranked today. Yeah, anything he's written about. What was he talking about, Thomas? So, I assume they're triggering Field of the Dead this turn. If we're really lucky, they don't have a land in hand and they can't trigger Field, or they don't have a different land in hand, and we'll get to play Rankle and Edict there, Golos with Rankle. If we get to kill Golos with Rankle this turn, we might be winnable. Yeah, they have 2 zombies. Gross. Gross. We're not playing Rankle. We need to kill Golos. What am I binning here? I think it's just Bonecrusher. I'm going to decline attacking here. Hey, Blinkor, thank you for the Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. I appreciate you keeping me around this month with that. The Grixis mana base is great. Both Fabled Passage and plenty of Ops and Witching Wells let you hit your colors very consistently. You have more issues. The games where you can't cast your spells are generally because you don't have enough lands, not because you don't have the right colors. Alright, well, I mean... Okay, huh. Any standout decks from today? No, not really. Everything's just been, like, kind of okay. The Giants are coming, chat. The Giants are coming. If we hit a land here, we get to start rankling them. So that would be nice. Rankle lets us trade one. If we hit a land, we get to play this and rankle them, which is great. So Rankle lets me trade 1/1s for their 2/2s, which is sweet. It's also going to take a card out of their hand. Yeah, Murderous Rider's absurd and Bedevil's mediocre at best. Like, I cannot state enough how good getting a creature out of your spell afterwards is. It's very, very good. So instead of just chump blocking, my 1/1 effectively ate a 2/2 there, which is sweet. We're probably still a little bit too far behind as this parade of Beanstalk Giants comes down, though. So every one of these Beanstalk Giants is basically another Abyss. Or do they hit Time Wipe? Or Golos? Can they Golos and activate this turn? Golos activates 7, right? Kenrith. Alright, so we're dead? Ha! Ha! This is hot. I binned Realm Cloak Giant out of their hand. Oh. I just assumed they were going to get back Realm Cloak Giant and Smash. I think we're still dead anyways, but... Good game. Super, super dead. Alright, so the plan here is to bring in a bunch of win conditions and try to race them a bit, along with some Disdainful Strokes. The way these ins and outs lined up, it looks like I'm 1 short on the out. So I need to trim 1 more card here. It would put me in Diamond 1 against someone who's ranked 45 Mythic, because there's probably not even 50 people Mythic, or 100 people in Mythic at this point in the season. So putting someone who's 2 match wins away from Mythic against someone who's in Mythic makes a whole lot of sense. The FF Freak is Brad Nelson, the MPL member and Star City Games writer. For people that are going, I can't quite put my finger on what the issue is. What that name's from. I'm ranked higher than Brad on the ladder. Does that make me in the MPL? Something like that. That's what I heard. And hand's got a lot of beef in it, but, huh? Think I'm bottoming that one? That might be wrong. I can go either way on that. Really like to draw an untapped land on 3 so we can curve this into this and then start triggering it. We liked it like running untapped lands here, really, right? So we can go this, 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 and then opt after the second one. Obviously, if we're going to miss our third land drop, we'll opt at sorcery speed. Play both. The correct answer is play both. Don't pick one. Well, all right. If we hit a land next turn, we might be able to race them. Okay. that land potentially propels us into a lot more. Especially with this flame sweep in our hand.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Notably, Irencrag plus Flame Sweep team up to kill Golos, which is nice. Speaking of, do they have their friend? Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this here.
Let me synthesize the facts.
Huh? From my understanding, Brave Earth, not to like put down what he did, but I don't think he donated his prize money. He raffled like his trophy and his deck and stuff and donated that, but I don't think he donated the, unless feel free to cite a source if I'm wrong, but if I remember the situation you're referring to. Do we have Steam Vents or Blood Crypt here? I think it's this. I think I want extra black mana. Like, is this game getting to Bolas is another question, though. Like, is that a place that this game's gonna end up at? Yeah, it gets the second black gets us to Murderous Rider, which that's a card that this game can end up at for sure. For people that are making card recommendations, as always, I encourage you to tell me why your card recommendation is good, as opposed to expecting me to tell you why your card recommendation is bad. I mean, yeah, maybe I want to Flame Sweep and bulk Golos. It's also possible I just, like, play second Irencrag and, like, double bulk Golos. We'll see. What we want to do next turn will be dictated by what they do here. They might ramp a bunch this turn, and then that makes the Flame Sweeping more appealing. Yeah, they currently don't have red mana to use Golos' activated ability, so that's nice. Okay, there's red mana, unsurprisingly. Hopefully I just, like, play another ramp spell here. Sure.
And shattered.
Thankfully, we have this op to trigger the other half of our thing here. So, I think I need to clear the board this turn. So, we're going to do this, followed by opt. Rather than Nicol Bolas, I think. Do I want another land drop? Yeah, I probably don't mind a land drop. Yeah, Irencrag feels good. It's very probable, possible, whatever you want to call it, that I want some of these in my main deck. I don't know. This card, like, plays a controlling role and also an aggressive role. Excuse me, really well together. So maybe I just want to try and fit some of them into the main. Sure.
Gods once, I am one again. Perish.
We did not play any Teamer Friends today. As always, you can see the decks that I'm planning to play on a given day in the deck queue. We'll probably get to some Teamer Friends on the next stream. Yeah, the blue-red version was definitely super soft in our set. Concur with that assessment. So, second Irencrag lets us plus Nick to kill 2 of these. Oh, look at that. Brad Nelson figured out he should play the good card in his deck. Weird. That clever Brad. Putting good cards in his deck. When we put some Okos in our Golos deck, I was floored that, like, none of the other people had this card in their deck. Was that a good draw? I think that's a good draw.
Weak minds crumble.
Why do you cross me?
Oh, that's a tilt. All right. Yep. All right, so I've got time to play one more match with this, but I need to run to the bathroom really quick, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna run a quick ad break while we do that. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Back in a moment. What's the deck of the day so far? If I'm being kind of honest, nothing? No, that's not true. Steamkin was the deck of the day, but I also swore a bunch while we were playing Steamkin, so maybe I don't want to tag that one. Yeah. I might decline tagging a deck of the day today. It can be Memekin in our hearts. It always was for me, yep. Of course, Marty. Happy swearing or mad swearing? Politically charged swearing. That was a good draw. Deck of the day was Golos. We just didn't play it. Channel points aren't available for all streamers yet. Anti-camper. That's why they're not available here. Channel points are a currency that you collect for just watching the channel that the streamer can then give people rewards for collecting. Yeah, they're implementing it very randomly. I even actually filled out an application to try and get it ASAP, and they just didn't respond. So, you know, thanks, Twitch. Innkeeper's gotta go. Gotta go right now. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have played that swamp. I should have waited to see what I draw, because if I draw a shock land or a must-be tapped land, I want to put it into play. Everything worked out. Fantastic to freaky. Oh no, not my 1/1. Yeah, one of the things, I'm actually excited for channel points to roll out, because one of the things channel points will let us do here is it'll give the ability to non-subs to post messages on occasion, which I think will be nice. How are you finding Foulmire Knight? But I discard it more than I use it for its adventure. The card's fine. It's what I often refer to as a replacement level card. It's a card where it's very reasonable on occasion. And other times when it's not good, you can just discard it. You gotta discard something, right? I disagree with your assessment as someone who lets non-viewers in the chat sometimes. All right, let me come at you from another way, Marty. Channel points give people who aren't otherwise paying me a chance to talk, and when they see I respond to most comments in my chat, that might incentivize them to then start paying me. Kind of the first bump is free in a manner of speaking. Scamos, thanks for the 7 months of support. I appreciate that. Congrats on finding a job in your field. That's always exciting. My glasses are very rosy. Yeah, something like that. Do I just want to kill this? I guess I can just Murderous Rider it, huh? And keep drawing cards. Things like channel points are good because they increase the viewer count in an organic measure, as opposed to an embedding measure like Wizards of the Coast likes to use. I was gonna put Bonecrusher into play here. Exam, thanks for the 3 months of Prime support. I appreciate that. Hope you're having an excellent Friday and a great start to your weekend wherever you are. You started screaming no way too soon, Bolas. Should have waited. That was when you should have started screaming. Right there. Wonder if they play something here, if they like, wait to draw a card with it. Congrats on being almost done, Razor Factor. That's always exciting. Was that a good draw? How do you feel about that one, chat? How does it make you feel? It makes me feel happy. Do 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 do. After playing the Team Morocco deck, I feel like my real conclusion about the standard format is I just really like casting this card, and I wanna explore. Maybe I should draft up like a Grixis aggro deck. I feel like there's potential for that to be very reasonable. Bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum, ba-dum bum bum. Do 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 do. Jeff has found a medium blue-red card to stick by for the duration of the format. You know my MO, Marty. You been here before? Come here often. Well, I'm not planning to draft Grixis aggro up today, so this is probably going to be my last match with this deck. And we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Thanks everybody for hanging out here today with us on this most excellent Friday. So if I had to register a deck for an event tomorrow, would it be Rankle Crats? Nah, I'd probably play the Team Morocco deck. Because Oko is Broco. He's so sad, chat. Why are you so sad, Love-Struck Beast? Don't be sad, Love-Struck Beast. Be glad. Huge rollout this weekend that everyone expects to be a crap show because for every other state we've done it, the problems have been non-existent. Every request made since I pushed it to production has been related to UI tweaks. We've had a total of 50 validation errors on 100,000 messages. That doesn't sound terrible. Unless I'm misunderstanding part of that, it doesn't sound like a too terrible of a message. It's garbage time. You don't have to go home, but you can't play here. Do 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 do. Not even garbage time. It's actually just dead time. So, in whatever the Grixis aggro deck looks like, it probably still plays this card, huh? Because if you build Grixis aggro, you can play this. You can play the Knight that draws each player a card each turn. You can play this, and you can play Rankle. That's like a lot of cards that trigger that. Seems pretty reasonable at a glance. Yeah, Stormfist Gal. Whatever her name is. I think this is not a Foulmire Knight matchup. Just because they have a lot of creatures I want to kill that aren't attacking a lot of the time. Verdi Ash, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Improbable Alliance is Bitter Blossom changed my mind. With Rankle and what's it called, it does kind of get very Bitter Blossom adjacent. There's a flash 2-drop fairy that gets bigger when you draw your second card. There is, isn't there? What kind of creatures did they play? Is this card actually good? I guess it kills Innkeeper among other things. I'm not gonna board in the third one. I'm gonna keep my third opt. Wait, what did I cut? Did I cut something I didn't mean to? No? Alright. I'm calling that good enough. Well, I think I'm just fetching red. Rather than like blue and hoping to opt into it. Yeah, this gives me a window to kill this before it draws any cards. Never didn't have it. Beep beep beep. Looking for a Noxious Grasp here to end Lovestruck Beast's career. I think I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, I'm sure there were a lot of roads to lethal. That game was also unlosable though, so it just didn't matter. I was just drawing cards, okay? Just let me draw cards. I just want to draw some cards. Why are you so against my pastime of drawing cards? Actually just gonna shock this in, take the hit for 5, draw 4 here. I guess if they play out multiple 1/1s, I also might just like flame sweep them. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the hit and then crack the well, I think. All games are unlosable until you get planner cleansing, right? It's all fun and games till someone destroys all of your... Well, well, shoot. Maybe I should lead on Bonecrusher here. Yeah, I probably shouldn't lead on this till I can get value. That's wrong. They're gonna just Murder Knight it. Yeah, this was wrong. I should have led on this. If I lead on this, there's a chance they just Murder Knight this, and that's much better for me. Yeah, that's pretty bad on my part.
My sister by my side. I do not. A quest of mystery.
Yeah, Find is really sweet. There were a number of people playing green-black Adventure decks in the MPL split this week. That's pretty unfortunate. It's looking like we're just gonna get ground out this game. All right.
It seems we've encountered another trouble. I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Okay, instead of telling me I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. Can you explain why you think I'm supposed to just give +2/+0 there?
plan is crystallizing.
I don't think that's strictly true. If I drew like a Nicol Bolas there, I'd probably keep Nicol Bolas over Flame Sweep. So I don't think this was my best possible card there. It's also not a free 6 damage. Because like I might want to block. Woof, they're picking up a lot of cards here.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
The format really slow, or am I wrong? I think the latter. I think content creators definitely have a bias towards not playing aggro decks, because in my experience, aggro decks tend to be a lot less popular. I think there are a number of good aggro decks in this format. They're just not largely what people submit, because they get a little dry and repetitive for a lot of folks. Edgewall Keeper is the best 1-drop in Standard, changed my mind. The Black Knight's the best 1-drop in Standard. This card's like super playable, but whatever that knight's called, I'm blanking on his name at the moment. There's also a Goose. Goose is pretty good. Ebon Legion, yeah, that's the one. Number of good 1-drops. That is a lot of 2/3s. Well, glass half full, I'm not drawing those. So next turn, if I scry, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 9 lands. Brutal. All right, we'll be on the play for game 3. Silly Hogland, assuming there would be a next turn. I think I'm happy with only 2 flame sweeps. I think I like how I sideboarded. Maybe I want a Chandra. Oh, I cut 2 Nicks that game. I thought I cut a card by mistake. I didn't notice I cut 2. Huh? This actually doesn't seem very good. A lot of their stuff is too big for that to kill. Any favorites from today? Memekin was pretty good. The mono red deck we played. All of the Golos field decks we've played against have been really good. Unfortunate mana situation there. Oh, this is tapped. I should have mulliganed. Yeah, I should have mulliganed. I was thinking I could scry on one. If we're a little bit lucky, we'll be okay. Yeah. He shoots, he scores. Then this Innkeeper is very good because it gets to unmulligan them here. Kinda. Arenas get real slow at the end of a hard day.
My answers lie in the cold truth.
It's probably Nick, huh? Pretty far off on that one. Hug the Quilford. Thank you for the 23 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. That attack there actually bodes kind of well for us. Damn, hit running black sources. Feels bad. Feels bad binning the Niv, or the Nick. As always, if you want to know if I'll add a deck to the queue, please submit it using the deck forum on my website. I don't say yes or no to archetypes without actually seeing them. That's the part where we get mind rotted and lose our last 2 cards. What about 4 colors, guys? Listen, Marty. I don't have time for your crap, okay? I think I want to keep a backup Royal Scion here, because that's kind of what's pulling me through. I'm kind of wondering what's, like, in their hand. Are they just, like, on nothing? Outlaw's Merriment is not a card that's competitive against Golos Field. We're gonna be saying that a lot for the next year. There's gonna be a lot of that. What about nope, not, and what about nope, not.
My answers lie in the cold truth.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and Stompy plus play out a 4/3 and start attacking here. They could be sitting on the deal 4 damage or the discard 2 cards, like waiting for me to crack the well so they can get more than 2 cards with it. They could also be planning to just like print cards that interact with it profitably too. Like there's a very real chance that that's a thing that they're gonna do. Like, questing beasts made green mid-range competitive against field decks. That wasn't true last season, right?
No is to triumph.
Let's just opt now. Come in for that. Just clear this out before this draws them another card. I really wish Hushbringer would have like just stopped what's it called from triggering. If Hushbringer would have stopped Field of the Dead from triggering, it would have been a lot better. Yeah, First Strike can push through potentially here. The question I have to ask myself is like, do I think I'm going to aggro them out of this game or not? I'm not sure the answer to that question is yes. I guess they're down to 12 here. That's an elite alliance though. Huh? I kind of want to just draw.
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
It's like, they're going to have a lot of things to put down in the way here in a second. Jeff just wants to draw more cards, use an 11. I mean, drawing cards puts pressure on them in a way, right? Like, I get to kill this, and this turn we're gonna do the +2 attack on here on Bonecrusher. So I have Nick to trigger the Alliance. Actually,
will be your end.
if I just crack him for 9? No, it gives first strike. So like, and trample. So I'm definitely putting it here. Like, that's not close.
Behind every attack.
I don't know, it's like dealing 2 more that relevant. They already can't, if they quad block here, they take 3. So if I give it +2 more and they quad block, they take 5 and they can still double Murderous Rider me, but then they die to the fairy. Now, I think I just want to make a fairy. Like, the fairy's an extra damage next turn anyway, so like I'm only missing 1 damage by making a fairy, and it's a little bit more flexible this way. I think making the fairy is better.
Conceivable. I outsmarted eons ago.
If we weren't making a fairy, I'd be aggressive, but like making the fairy is like similarly aggressive to not, so. So like this here means that they can't use their hero's downfall, because the hero's downfall costs them 2 life. So you're dead? Yep, looks like it. Oh, am I dead? Am I about to get 8x Sword Knighted out of the game? They have another one, we're dead? Holy crap. That was a, well, that swung. I'm not used to feeling this range of emotions, chat. Wait. Why are we attacking me? What? Should I block? Why should I block? Like, if they have, like, do they have anything that deals 2? They don't, because, like, this super kills me, so they don't have that. Why do we not block? Because I have 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14. I guess I have them dead regardless next turn. No, I have 3 from this too. Alright, fine. I end up 1 point of damage short. I deserve to lose. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this.
We have got you outnumbered and outsmarted.
Ha! Almost 1 short. Almost 1 short. Well, you know, a game that was really far ahead ended up kind of close at the end there. That was a good game. yeah, overall, that was a lot of fun. Like I said, this is one of my, I like this build a lot. I think this plan of having, I think you're a dog to the Golos matchup regardless of how you build this bigger version of Alliance. But I think with having more proactive threats in the sideboard is probably better than trying to just ego them. Like, just ending the game is ideal. So that would be my recommendation. Remember, if you want to see more of this deck and lots of other decks, you can check out my website, jeffhoagland.com. If you haven't seen that before, I'm just going to self-shill here for a moment. You can click videos favorite on here, and every single day I tag one or more decks for my favorite deck of that day. You can watch every standard deck I've ever played cut up by every different deck here, so not just one big video. And then if you're ever looking for especially sweet things, when we find things that are especially awesome, I put them on the standard decks page where there's a little banner here, and if you click in here, you can find the current deck list that I would play for a given archetype, as well as a short description of it. Although Stream Decker's been... I wonder if Stream Decker impacts the load times on my pages or not. These are the only pages that load slowly. Current deck list, description, and then a video playlist of me playing this deck or things close to it. So, at any rate, that's going to be it for me for today, folks. Thanks for the 7-month Scholar. I appreciate that. Welcome back. At the very latest, I'll be back Monday morning next week, although I might sneak on tomorrow night for a little bit. I gotta check with the boss and see if she has any plans, but I might fire up for a few hours after the Star City Games Open finishes tomorrow. Remember to follow the channel with notifications on alerts for when I go live and when. You can also pop on into the subscriber Discord server for notifications there. I'll catch all y'all around later. Everybody have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you before Monday. Who's streaming some constructed that we can host? Alright, Ashes Izzle is playing some red-black, so let's send you over her way.